Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and this is Windows Server 2025 Complete Master Course from Zero to Expert, and this is video number 71. So in this video basically we are going to approve updates in WSUS, and then we are going to deploy the patches in our client machine by using the WSUS. So in last video what we have done, we have placed our WSUS in the synchronization. So now you can see the synchronization is completed, and I got basically expired update 885 and new updates which is received 17,142. So this is the first time when we did the final sync. So it took a lot of time to basically, you can say, approx 12 hours to finish this first primary synchronization, and it has identified more than 17,000 updates. And now if I go to here, you should be able to see it has also, WSUS has also received 432 new products and 11 new classification added in last 30 days. So if I click here, view product and classification, you should be able to see we have a lot of new thing coming up. Like before, if you see, Windows servers was not, latest versions was not there, Defender was not there, and then we were not having a Windows 11 client also. So now since the machine is synced, we got all the latest classification products and classification added. So let me go through one by one, and then basically on the slide one by one, and then we will do the configuration in the WSUS management console. So very first thing which you need to make sure, after setting up the WSUS, your synchronization updates from the Microsoft. So you need to make sure the Microsoft updates are synchronized with your WSUS server. So downloads the update details, and then it will, once the synchronization is basically updated to your WSUS server and you approve the update, then only client will receive the update. So our we have validated our synchronization is completed successfully, and now if I go ahead and try to run the synchronization, it will take only few seconds to get the synchronization done. So you can see processing 0%, so it will take few seconds, or depending on the basically few parameters, it will might take less than 1 minute. So now you can see the synchronization is completed and new update is received. So depending on when Microsoft is releasing the update, it will whenever Microsoft release any update and you sync for the basically with the Microsoft, it will provide you the latest update. So now if I go in the synchronization option, basically you will see here synchronization schedule. You can basically schedule your synchronization depending on your requirement. So let's say I'll set up for 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. every day. So it will basically go ahead and synchronize with the Microsoft update server on every day at the 7 p.m. So this is how you can schedule your automated sync. And now, understanding the WSUS update lifecycle. So this is very important. So once your synchronization is done from the Microsoft and you approve the then you review the update, review and approve the updates basically. And once the updates are approved, WSUS will go ahead and download and install the updates, and then you can go ahead and do the reporting and monitoring and reporting compliance for the patches. So now let me show you. So this is what I have received. So after syncing, after doing the synchronization, I got a lot of 17,000 plus updates, but I have most of the updates I have already declined. So first time you have to manually go and select each updates and manually basically decline those updates, because you don't want to have those update downloaded in your WSUS server. So I went here and you can see, like, I don't want Windows 7, Windows 8, 8.1 or Windows Server 2023, Windows Server 2008 R2 or 2012 or 16, whatever you don't need, basically go ahead and decline this. So first time this is going to be a tedious job, because you will have more than 17,000 or 18,000 updates, but once you declined all the updates, it will be it is going to have a clean dashboard. So basically now you can see we have only 32 security updates are waiting for approval, and 7 critical updates for waiting for approval. So we'll see how to approve these. So now you can see basically understanding the update classification. So you have a critical update, security updates, and updates for the other product, and definition updates. So let me show you. So if I click here, you should be able to see the product view product and classification. If you click here, it will take you to the products information, so you can select only the required products from here what you want to patch basically by using the WSOS. And like I have updated the defender endpoint, and then some server operating system, and the Windows client machine and server operating system. And then in the classification you can select mostly it's going to be a critical updates, definition updates, and the security patch. However, if you want, you can select whatever you want. So this is very important. So once you done the update classification and basically update the product selection. So product selection, which I already told, so select only required Microsoft product, do not select everything. So otherwise it is going to sync all the updates from the Microsoft. So if you selected the right basically product section, in the product section, if you selected the right thing, then it will only sync the required basically products. So in my example, I have selected Windows Server 2025 and Windows 11. However, if you have, you can go ahead and select Microsoft Office, Microsoft Edge, or SQL Server. So example, depending on your use case, you can select Windows, Office, Edge, SQL, and many more. And then declining the unwanted updates, so which I already told. So once you do the primary first synchronization, basically you will get a lot of updates. So go ahead and just if you go here, and basically let me show you which is unapproved updates. So you will see only 73. So whatever updates now you don't want, basically what you can do, let's say I don't want update for Windows 10 Windows 10 machines. So this is the latest month update, June 26 update. So I don't want update for Windows 10, so I'll go right click, and then I'll just go here and click decline. So it will basically go ahead and decline the updates for Windows 10 because I don't want Windows 10. So now if I refresh, you should be able to see 63 updates. Other way, I don't want these updates also. So basically you need to select all the patch which you don't want, and then go ahead and basically decline those patches. So let me go ahead and quickly do the decline for patches. So now we got Windows 11 patch for server 12, Windows Server 2012. So I'll go ahead and decline these patches also. So decline. Now let's say these defender updates I want to be basically applied to all my machines. So what I can do, I can right click here and approve, and then I'll select all the computers. So it will basically go ahead and install on all the machines. So now you can see here install. So you can see here keep the existing approvals, means whatever is on root, it will basically go ahead and take that. And now once you basically select the updates and click OK, so it will go ahead and approve the updates to apply on all the computer groups basically. So this is very important. Whenever you basically apply the patch, you need to make sure where you want to apply the patch. So I'll discuss this in a bit. Let me go ahead and just approve and close this. So now we have this thing. So you can see now we have only 11 updates which is pending. So now these are Windows 11 patches. So basically if you want, you can go ahead. So AMR 160 I'll go ahead and disable because I don't want. So just go ahead and decline. And now I have a 64-bit update for Windows 11 for every year basically. And now I can go ahead and basically right click here and approve, and now I'll go ahead and select my Windows 11 clients. So now this is approved for Windows 11 client, and now these are the server operating system based patches basically. So let me go go ahead and show you. So the latest operating system, you will not get a window like complete Windows Server 2012 or 2025. So you will see here the version details, so 24H2. So this is the version, so 24H2, and this is 21H2. So you need to make sure you select the right thing, and then so I'll go ahead and apply this on, basically let's go ahead and select the pilot, and if you want you can go ahead and deploy. So basically in the WSUS you should have a different category for pilot, pre-prod, and production. So I'll go ahead and select, since this is a lab environment, I'll go ahead and select pilot and Windows Server 2025 and approve these patches. So now I'll close this, and now I have one update for Windows internal. So I'll go ahead and let's say decline this patch, I don't want. So now everything is approved basically. So this is good. Now we have basically 40 updates which is approved, and you can see the declined and the computer and computer group, and now you can see it has started the download status. You can see need files 35 and downloading. It required a total for these 40 basically updates which we have just approved. It required approx 30 gig of data which needs to be downloaded, and it has started the downloads. Now if I go and show you, so this is where service pack, and then this is the WSUS content where all the files are going to be downloaded. So now this download will take some time, and then if you see here, these are my machines. So if I go to basically here, you should be able to see computers needing update once, and computer needed by the updates needed by the computer. So there are total 6 computers which require update. So if I expand this, you should be able to see these are the 6 servers which basically require this update. So this is good. So now you can see here, if I go and see on Windows Server, I should be able to see these are the servers and this is the status. So this server is compliant with 82%, this is 75%. So this is how you can basically monitor. And same for client machine, if I go and select any and refresh, you should be able to see one machine is not reported and one is basically reported. So it will take some time to basically get the WSUS synced with the client machine and then give it the status. So update needed by computer 6 and update with the no status is 34. So it will take the basically sync with the status with the machines, and then it will tell you the overall update status by the computer, and then you will get everything updated here basically. So now we have declined the updates and then manage the critical and security updates. So we have already defined critical and security update in the product and classification. Basically in the classification we have selected the critical, definition, and security. So these are the must three which you should basically use for the updating your infrastructure. And now approving updates for the target computer. So this is what we have already done. So on the WSUS server, approve updates, and depending on your basically server, workstation, testing group, or maybe if you have a multiple group such as basically you have created based on the pilot, pre-prod, or production infrastructure, so you can define approve updates based on the your patching cycle which is defined by your organization. And then testing updates before the production deployment. This is very critical, which I have already discussed. So test group, you should install the basically patches first on your test group, which may be a pilot group or UAT servers. And once you are done with the basically testing with the UAT environment, and you are make sure like there is no patch which is misbehaving in your infrastructure, and there is after performing the update, there is no issue is raised by the application team, or maybe no issue or no impact on the server, and then you can proceed with the production servers update. But production server also you should always do in phase manner. So let's say 50% production server in one weekend, and then second weekend you can complete the rest 50% of the production server. So monitoring and deployment status, so you should always check your update deployment status, which I have already told. So you should go here and you can check how many computers are updated, how many updates are pending, what is the overall status and all those things. And this is very important. So you can go ahead and check the reports also. So depending on your requirement, you can basically go ahead and run the reports. So basically in the report section you will be able to see the reports basically. So I'll go ahead and run the report. So you can see here, as of now these are the computers, and we have uh, basically client one. You can see for each client you can see the reports basically. So this is not yet reported, and for the servers which is reported, so you can see here Hyper-V 2 is basically 6 update are not installed, have not been installed, and 33 update had been installed and not applicable. So this is good. So based on the basically a requirement, you can go ahead and fetch your report. So WSO server, you can see 0 update is required, because this server is almost we have updated all the patches. So 10 updates have unknown status. So since this is a brand new WSO server which is installed few minutes back only, a few hours back, so it has basically not has updated complete information. But once the data is synchronized completely and it all the machines report correctly reported to the status to the WSO server, you will have the correct data in the reporting section. So you can report by the computer status, you can get the computer details status. So if I run this report, basically you should be able to see the overall status. So you can basically fetch these report, and if you want you can go ahead and print this report and save these report. So this is good. So you can see overall report status here. So reporting is very important, and make sure you have a patch compliance report from WSUS to if you want to share with the management or review it. So verify successful installation. So once the patches are deployed on the successfully on all the servers, you should have basically 100% compliance report for each server. So if I go here, you should be able to see 82%, 75%. So you should have a basically 100% compliance report here. And then you have a handling for failed updates. So this is very important. So if you have a basically any system which is having failed updates, so review the errors, basically check the updates and client log on the machine, and then fix the issue, resolve network policy or installation problem. Depending on use cases, there are different use cases or issues can be reported for any specific patch. So you need to drill down to the basically exact cause of the issue, and then you fix the cause, and then retry the updates and make sure your patch is updated successfully. And then this is the enterprise patch management best practice, which is the last slide. So test updates. So test in lab before broader deployment. So if you have a lab environment, if you have a UAT environment, test your patches there, and use the groups or deploy updates using the target group. Do not basically deploy to all the computers. So you should basically deploy on the pilot group or a pre-prod environment, and then as phase wise you should do a phase wise deployment. And then schedule wise, so schedule updates during the off peak hours. This is very important. And monitor and verify, monitor your deployment status and verify the results, the servers are compliant with the overall patching compliance for the your patch management. And then keep up to date. So regular approve and deploy critical patches to your infrastructure. So this is pretty much everything which I wanted to cover in this video. So in next video we are going to talk about some maintenance task on WSOS basically, and performing some regular maintenance jobs. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post me my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.